Colorado has about 9,600 people experiencing homelessness on any given day, and an estimated 22,300 public school students experience homelessness over a course of a year, asking questions like, where do I stay and what do I eat, instead of just being kids. That frustrates me. My name is Andres Pulido, and I'm joined by my fellow teammate, Avery Becklenberg. We're proudly representing a student team of 6 Pioneer Leadership Program researchers and storytellers. As a group, we soak up all the information we can to inform sustainable solutions that allow service providers to serve more people experiencing homelessness by spending less time accessing information.
To conduct our research and make sustainable impacts in our community, we partnered with the City of Englewood and Change the Trend, a coalition of organizations that address homelessness. And we were also grateful to have received support from Cecil in the form of 2 ACE grants. From the beginning, we have ensured that the community is at the center of everything we do, so our research has been steeped in task force meetings, conversations over coffee, and dinner table chats with upwards of 35 people who engage with homelessness in the Denver area, including those who currently experience homelessness, government officials, the superintendent of Englewood Public Schools, several nonprofit executives, and housed citizens of the Denver area. We also conducted a survey to determine our community's attitude toward homelessness. This survey allowed us to hear a range of opinions about what should be done about homelessness in Denver. Ultimately, each of our meetings and public surveys helped us to establish what was essentially an iterative feedback loop. As we collected more data, our group and partners learned about new needs, and we applied what we learned to construct sustainable solutions.
With data collection in full swing, we caught fire, identifying tangible opportunities to help service providers assist as many people as possible. We designed 2 websites to do so. The first, which you can see here, was a section on the City of Englewood's website, really with the intention of increasing community awareness. The other one was for the network, Change the Trend itself, with programs, event information, and resources we centralized from other nonprofits, as well as profiles that told the stories of organizations within the network. To keep it sustainable, we also trained 2 volunteers on how to maintain it. And Mike Sandgren, network leader, Change the Trend's words. We handed them a Ferrari and gave them the keys to drive it. These websites increased resource accessibility and gave a story behind the organizations. It took lots of relationship building, but because we spent the time building relationships, when COVID-19 hit, we were positioned to help respond to the rapidly unfolding situation. We did so by launching a policy report and a call for stories. The policy report synthesized best practices across the nation on emergency shelter, county, city, and state policy, nonprofit resources, and emergency funding, and got the most up-to-date information in the hands of those who need it and don't have the time to dig for it. Since its launch on April 24th, we've already heard it informing the work of city managers, police departments, and city task force, and nonprofits. Additionally, to the end of this month, we are capturing stories of those experiencing housing challenges during this time, as we know that stories connect us and remind us what it means to be human.
Each of the community-oriented encounters and outcomes of this project have furthered our goal of connecting service providers to each other and their community. If there's one thing I've learned in the past 18 months, it's the incredible salience of a community-informed approach. If we had not spent over a year connecting with and learning from the beneficiaries of our research, we would not have known what needed to be included in a functional website, or about the importance of giving people opportunities to share their stories, or about the dire need for a report on options for cities in the face of COVID-19. This kind of relationship-centered research takes time and patience, but it sure is rewarding.
I learned the importance of allies in community-engaged work, such as Cafe 180, and the importance of having a 360 view on an issue. I learned that homelessness is vastly misunderstood, that there's still much more that we don't know, and that when someone tells us no or we're too young, to then incorporate their feedback to make what we do even stronger and to take it as a challenge. And finally, that there's things that we can all do to not have the same conversation next year, such as volunteering, donating, and reducing stigmatization. Homelessness is a rising wicked problem in Colorado and across the nation, and that scares me. But from working from a year and a half on the ground with volunteers and witnessing the heart in their stories, I'm optimistic and encouraged. We all can do our part in creating communities of belonging. When we do, we create art and mosaic of life. When we remember what a home means and realize the kind part of humankind, we are unstoppable and we will make our mark on this world. Let's change the trend. Thank you.